Good morning and welcome everybody to a special edition RazorStar live stream. Quick apology for the slight delay on the start there. If you ever want to prove this really is live, that's exactly what it is. So a couple of little technical issues I hope we've now rectified. So here we go, RazorStar live stream, Lisa.
Yes, finally.
Again, thanks for joining us. Okay, so before we start this, get into this 30-minute live stream we're doing here today, I think it's quite prudent to give you a few instructions about the subtitles that are available and also the question and answers session that we're going to have at the end of this 30-minute live stream. And to take you through the instructions for this, I'm going to hand you over to our producer, Mr. Martin Greswell. Martin, good morning.
Good morning, Paul. Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. As Paul said, we have foreign language subtitles available if you are watching on our website. Just follow the steps on the screen now, and you can watch the stream with subtitles in your chosen language. And we will be finishing off the stream today with a live Q&A session. You can ask your question by using hashtag RazorStarLive on LinkedIn, YouTube, and if you're watching on our website, you can use X to get your message across to us in the studio. And Paul, it's back to you.
Thank you very much, Martin, for those clear and concise instructions. So yeah, bring us your questions. We'll be happy to answer them. Okay, so I think it's prudent to introduce ourselves, tell you who we are. So I'm Paul Gray. I'm an application engineer here at Norton. And that's for MRO and for the whole of Europe. And my esteemed colleague here.
Yes. Hello to everybody, I'm Lisa Zuzzolo, Product Manager for Coated Abrasive, responsible for the European perimeter as Paul.
And thank you again very much for joining us here today,
yes.
Lisa. It's much appreciated.
Really excited about it. So.
Me too. Okay. Okay, so I think it's a good idea to set the scene for today's live stream to show you a nice video all about our RazorStar portfolio. So Martin, run VT. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that short video. So it really kind of sets the scene about what RazorStar is and what the product can do. But I think that's obviously why you've joined us here today. And hopefully in the next half an hour, we're going to give all of you guys a better understanding of what RazorStar is, the key benefits our RazorStar products can give you. And also at the end, we're going to have some live demonstrations of our RazorStar. Fibre discs we're going to concentrate on today. So we're just using the angle grinder and fibre discs to show you what it really can do live on our stream. As for belts, Lisa?
Yes, unfortunately we cannot test live belts because we don't have a backstand machine or any belt machine in our facility.
Too big for the room.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. So we'll show you performance of the belts thanks to some video, but we explain the benefits of this product.
Yeah, but the videos we're going to show you are very clear and they really clearly show what our RazorStar belt can do out there. So Lisa, what makes RazorStar so special?
But the first thing is the brilliant yellow color.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I love it, so I have to say.
It's
but
your
not
favorite
only,
color, right?
Yes, but it's not only for the yellow color. It's also for the shape grain. But I believe that more than talking now, we can show through a short animation which are the characteristic of the product. So Martin, let's go with the short animation.
So here you go, we're zooming into the product here, and as we take off our top size layer, you can actually see the shape of our RazorStar grain, and you can see why we call it RazorStar. Very sharp and star-like, 100% engineered ceramic grain. You can see here how the grain actually slices through material really easily, causing a very long chip. And a really important factor of this grain is its friability. So you see here how it breaks down. So our grain stays sharp, it doesn't go dull. Also, real key to the product, how much grain we have orientated vertically on our backing. So a much higher percentage of our grain is standing up, ready to do the work. I mentioned the top size layer. Here we show the top size, the yellow coating we have over our product to keep the grind cool, so we ensure you don't get burned when you're grinding with the product. Okay, so really nice animation. It actually shows you what happens in the actual grind, whether it be with the fibre or the belts. It's the same application. The way it really slices through the material. So I think, Lisa, we focused at the beginning on RazorStar belts. So
yes.
Over to you.
So it's my turn showing you the RazorStar grain applied to a very strong polyester backing. I show you. Okay, this product is ideal for medium high pressure application and is well suitable for when you need high stock removal. So all the application where you need to remove a lot of material on the workpiece.
So really aggressive, heavy duty applications,
really
right?
Really aggressive, very heavy duty application is indicated for all the kind of metals you can use on steel, carbon steel, stainless steel, but also on Inconel or exotic alloys. So is really
versatile, right?
Really versatile, correct. Okay. And you can use on all the market. We were talking about high stock removal, so we think about the steel industry, foundry, but it could be used also for medical, for aerospace, for automotive. Also, regarding the market, you can really apply on all the market that needs this kind of application. And regarding the machine where you can use these belts, you can use on manual and offhand application.
So a manual backstand machine, perfectly fine for, right?
As we were talking before, but is recommended for robotic or semi-automatic application. This product needs high pressure and very tough operation. So it's well suited for robotic where you can get the maximum beneficial of the belts on this.
So the more pressure, the better the product works, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Which are the benefits of this product? We can start with durability. Durability because the grain is very friable. You see on the animation that we showed before, it's very friable. So it means that continue to expose fresh grain and cutting point during the application.
So we call that in the abrasives industry friability, and what we mean by that is the ability of the abrasives grain to break down. Now you might think that's a bad thing. It's actually not. We need a grain to break down because if it doesn't, it goes blunt, essentially. Okay, so we need the grain to break and give us a fresh new cutting point, which is a real big design feature of our RazorStar abrasive grain.
Really important. And thanks to the fact that the grain stay sharp during the life of the belts, you get a cool cut. Thanks to that fact, so the configuration of the grain, but also thanks to the fact that we have a top size layer that is reducing the bar, the heat generation during application. So you don't need to rework the workpiece because
so no rejects.
Not rejects.
Or reduce rejects.
Exactly. The process becomes very faster because you remove a lot of material in short time. So the speed is really another key benefit, and combining all together what we are talking about, durability, cool cut and speed, we have the very high productivity at the end. And don't forget about waste. You are reducing a lot of waste because you reduce rejections, as we were talking about, and you use less belts to do the same job. So also from this point of view, you reduce a lot the waste.
And really important these days, waste is expensive, Okay.
So now let's see belts in action through the video.
We promised you a few belt videos, so let's see how the belt works in a real application. Okay. Martin, if you could run VT, there we go.
Now you can see the comparison between RazorStar shape grain on the top and conventional belts in red color. You can easily see how fast you can remove material.
It's eating the metal, double speed, right?
It's literally eating the material, and you double the process. The fast is so fast. And you can see also the comparison between the workpiece that you work with a RazorStar shape grain belt versus a conventional belt. You can see burns on the workpiece work with conventional belts versus the workpiece that you work with RazorStar that is completely burn free.
And that's super important, again, with as Lisa was talking about earlier, was on exotic alloys such as Inconels. Burn is very easy to get on Inconels because they're tough to grind materials. We do see burn quite a lot on this kind of stuff, but with RazorStar, it's completely burn free until the end of the belt, which is super important for these expensive and high-end alloys.
Yeah, you are right. And talking about the availability of the product, just to wrap up, is available on grid 36. We have in stock the more popular size, so something like 50 by 2000 or something like that in our warehouse in Netherlands. But we have jumbo material in our plant, in our facility, so we can easily convert all the size that you need. So 5 belts, narrow belts, don't be shy. Ask for a test to your technical and local technical sales, so we can proceed testing the product. You will see immediately the benefit of using these belts on your application, on your home. I would say.
in my home.
Also, if you want, why not?
Stuff. Okay, so that's brilliant. I know we're kind of going quite quickly here, but that's a little focus on our RazorStar belt portfolio. As Lisa said, only available in 36 plus at the moment, and a stock availability for common sizes of backstand machine, but also made to order for all of the other sizes that we have out there in the field, of which there are many. Okay, so belts, great stuff. Now I'm going to talk to you about our range of RazorStar fibre discs, which you have in front of us here. So again, there isn't a great deal of difference between our RazorStar fibre and our RazorStar belts. It's just the backing material. It's the same content on the top surface, so it's the same grain, the same resins that we use in the fibre as we do in our belt material, just a difference on the actual backing material. So here we're using a heavy-duty fibre backing on here, enabling it to be used on a portable angle grinder. It is available in 115mm, 125mm, and 180mm at the moment. So other sizes to follow soon enough. But so we have our fabulous fibre disc, but also to complement the range, we have a new backup pad here at Norton as well, which is specifically designed to be used on our RazorStar fibre discs. Again, in Lisa's favourite beautiful yellow colour.
Of course.
Same colour as your car, I believe, Lisa, right?
Not so much.
Not so much. Oh, I'm just making that bit up. But yeah, really nice, bright, vibrant yellow colour. You're not going to lose this in the factory, are you? You'll be finding that everywhere you go. But there's a few features and benefits which actually enhances the way our fibre disc works on this backup pad, and that is these ribs on here. So we have cooling ribs on here to get a bit of cool into the grind, because with fibre discs you can produce a huge amount of heat. But not only do they add a little bit of cooling, these ribs actually increase the forces applied to the abrasive grain on our RazorStar fibre, again enabling it to break down and keep sharp and give its maximum aggressivity. Also, the angle of this backup pad as well is at 10 degrees, or 10 to 12 degrees. And that angle is particularly designed how you should use your RazorStar fibre disc at this angle. Not at 45 degrees like you would a conventional grinding disc. It works at its optimal at 10 degrees sort of angle. That's where you're going to get a nice big contact area on your fibre disc and ensure you get the maximum stock removal with this product. So I think the best way to show you, I mean, we have the same features and benefits, obviously, because it's the same grain on our fibre as we do on the belts. The speed of cut is what we want to get across to you today. We want to get across the cool cut with you today. Lifetime's going to be difficult to show because we don't have enough time in the stream to show lifetime to you. But one of the other main factors I want to put across to you is something important to me, which is comfort. And that again applies to the belts as well as the disc. But as an operator, comfort is absolutely key, right, Lisa?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because
especially for this EV operation that you are getting.
Exactly. Yeah. So the more comfortable it is to use these products, the better for people like me who use these products a great deal, or all the operators out there in the factories grinding steel. Applications for this fibre disc, again, is basically anybody that's fabricating anything from steels who want to remove a huge amount of material and as quick as possible. This is what this product is designed. So fabricators, foundries, anywhere we see huge requirement for material removal rates, this is where they're designed to be used.
Again, it's a versatile product, so you can use on all the market that you want.
Lots of different materials, but particularly suitable for carbon steels. Okay, so I think today the best thing to do is actually show you how our RazorStar product works. So we've got a couple of demonstrations, or a few demonstrations here, so you can see the product in action. The first one of which is weld removal. Very, very typical application for fibre discs is weld removal. Okay, that's one of the main ones. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove this weld on the item that's in the vise here. I'm going to take that off with the RazorStar fibre, and Lisa here is going to time me and see how long that takes to do. All right, so let's get that ready to go. I've got the product, the metal component in the vise here already. I've already got a RazorStar disc mounted on my angle grinder. Important to note, this is a high power machine, and again, same with the belts. High power equals the better result. The more power you put into the product, the better result you will get from it. So 1.7 kilowatt machine we've got here, so it's a bit of a beast. Lisa, if you could get your PP on and the stopwatch and move away a little bit, because there'll be quite a few sparks and dust from this. I've got my ear protection in already. I've got my safety glasses I'll put on right now, flame retardant overalls, and my safety shoes and heat-proof gloves, so I'm perfectly protected for this. Okay, so just going to turn the machine on now, because I always leave the machine off when it's mounted on the desk, so that's switched on. We have power. Are you ready, Lisa?
Ready.
Thank you very much. So let's go. Just switch the machine off at the power again while we're not using it. Okay, that's safe to use. Okay, so Lisa, how long?
13.
13 seconds.
Yes.
Well, it's bad luck for some, that number, but hopefully not for today. Okay, so if we have a quick zoom in on there, you can see how we've removed that weld completely, right down to the base material. And what I like about this product, and we'll come on to that a little bit later, is the finish characteristics. You can see there's a scratch pattern on here, but it's actually quite nice. It actually looks pretty good. There's no grooves, or it's not dived into the material in any particular areas where it's ground too much. So it's a real consistent flat finish we've got on this plate where the weld used to be. So 13 seconds to take off that weld. If I was using a conventional fibre disc, a conventional abrasive fibre disc to do this, it'd probably be more like a minute or so to do that. But we can see how much quicker our RazorStar fibre can wipe away that material. Also, you can also see how comfortable it is for me to use. It's really smooth. It doesn't pull me in any directions, which also helps with the finish on the material too. Okay, so next application we're going to show you is beveling. Again, a really, really typical application we see in the market for fibre discs. So you ask, what is beveling? Beveling is essentially removing a sharp edge from a piece of steel. So we start like this with a piece of steel with a 90-degree edge on there. That sharp edge is not required. We want to remove that off. And sometimes it's actually specified how wide the bevel should be. Okay, so you can see here the angle is also specified. This is done a lot of time, again, just to remove the sharp edge, but also so we can get a large weld in here when we're joining two pieces together. So beveling is a very, very important application for fibre discs, because portable machines are more easy to use on larger components. So here we have a piece I've prepared earlier. I've marked the bevel area, so 2 centimeter gap I want to do, and I want to get to a 45-degree angle on this part. So I want to bevel more or less down to this sharp edge. Two things I want to measure here is also the material removal. So how much material I remove in a certain time. So I've weighed the bar before. It's 2.344 kilograms. And after we've done the grind, we'll weigh the material again whilst we time, so we get how much material we've removed in a specified amount of time. Okay, so let's get that in the vise. Make sure this is nice and tight in the vise, because again, beveling's a really tough application, to be honest with you. It's you see, it's very common, but it's a really hard application. It's very taxing on an operator. So the more quickly you can do this, the much better for an operator. So I'm just going to change for a new disc, just so we can get the maximum performance out of our RazorStar product today. Machine is switched off, by the way, ensure safety. Okay, let's mount another fibre on our backing pad. Okay, so we tighten him up nice and tight, and we are ready to go. Switch on the machine. Very good. Okay, so beveling, are you ready with the timer there, Lisa?
Yes, ready. Are you
okay,
ready?
Yeah, I am. Let's go. Okay, I think you can see that's pretty comfortable for me to do. Not pulling me anywhere, and we can also see on the front edge of this, completely burn free. Okay, so even though this is an extremely aggressive application, we don't start to burn the material, which is absolutely key. Again, if we burn it, it's not good for welding afterwards. So we'll get this product now onto the scales, and we'll see how much material, what the new weight is. Just let the scales reset for a second. Okay, so now we are 2.254, so 2.254 kilos.
In 55 seconds.
My mental arithmetic is not what it used to be, so I have a calculator here to work out what we've removed. 2.344 minus 2. Sorry, the calculator's going crazy. I'll work that out in a minute. But how much time was that, Lisa?
55.
55 seconds. So we'll write that on there, 55 seconds. Okay, so let me try that again. 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, so 90 grams in 55 seconds. 90 grams in 55 seconds. So that's more or less 100 grams a minute, which is pretty damn fast. Again, if I was using a conventional fibre disc for that kind of application, I wouldn't remove that kind of material in 5 minutes. Okay, this shows you the real difference of how quick RazorStar is. Okay, so last application I'm going to show you here today is what we call finish to paint. Okay, so that's again quite an important application, especially in the carbon steel market. Okay, so why would you say that? Okay, so carbon steel, well, it's okay when it's got the scale on here, but when I remove this weld, I'm going to remove a lot of the scale on top of this material. Once that's gone, this material is then open to the elements, so it can corrode. It's going to go rusty. So if I remove this weld, which I'm going to have to do with a fibre disc, I then need to paint over the top of this. If I leave it with the fibre disc finish on here, I'm going to have a very heavy scratch that I'm going to be able to see through that painted layer. So when I say finish to paint, I want to blend that scratch so it's not visible through the paint or whatever, powder coat, spray paint, galvanized, whatever you put on there. You cannot see that through that painted layer. So normally to do that, I would take probably 3 or maybe 4 steps to get that finish. I need a key for the paint to stick to, but it needs to not be seen. The scratch needs to not be seen. So normally I'd use maybe a grit 36 fibre to take off the weld, then a 60 to blend the scratch from the 36 fibre, then maybe an 80 to again refine the weld. Then we're getting close to where we want to be as a paintable finish. Sometimes people even use a 4-step, so a surface conditioning disc to take that scratch down even further so you get a flawless finish. Today I'm going to show you with a combination
of our RazorStar Fibre and our non-woven products. This is our Rapid Prep Vortex surface conditioning disc. We can do that in 2 steps, okay, and have a really, really nice paintable finish. Right, so looking at the time, I'm going to get on with taking this weld off, taking the scale off, and then I'll use our Vortex Rapid Prep to blend away. I'll keep the same disc on, no point to change that, and off we go. No need to time this one, Lisa, you can relax.
Okay.
Perfect. So I think you can see, if we just have a quick zoom in on the camera here, the kind of finish we've got, it's pretty good already, if I'm honest. And that's the beauty of RazorStar, right? It's super aggressive. It really takes off material like nothing I've ever experienced, but it leaves a very reasonable finish behind. But that said, if I was to paint over the top of this, I would still see the scratches there. So this is where our Vortex Rapid Prep product can cut through that. And that is due to the unique grain we have in here, which is our Vortex grain. Again, only available from Norton, which gives me really good cutting power, but also finishes very well as well. Got this on another grinder here with our special backup pad with the center button to ensure we have this disc in the center. So I just apply this disc on there, squash it into the Velcro, so make sure it doesn't fly off, and ready to go. You can use this on a variable speed machine. It's probably better sometimes to use it on a little bit of a lower speed, so a setting number 4, but today I want to get this done fast, so on a fixed speed machine it's also no issue. So let's blend. Okay, so I think we can maybe pick this up on camera, but it's quite difficult to do so often, is now you can see that's a really nice finish, okay? That's more than good enough for the scratches not to be visible through any kind of painted surface. Also, this kind of finish is a perfect key for the paint to adhere to as well. So that's important. If you finish too fine, the paint's really easy to chip off a component like that. So I'm sure you'll agree. In 2 steps, a really nice finish ready for paint. Okay, so 3 nice demos there for you. Very typical for the fabrication market: weld removal, beveling, and finish to paint. So I hope you can see what our Vortex fiber can do. Again, available in 115mm, 125mm, and 180mm from your Norton stockists. So please ask them about them. Lisa, it is safe. You can come back in now. No more sparks or dust.
I got the wow effect.
Did you?
Yeah,
This
really.
is what we're looking for, the wow
Impressive.
effect. Yeah, this is what we get when we're in the market. It's the wow effect you get from RazorStar. It's a real game changer.
Yeah, really. So now let's summarize and wrap up what we talk about.
30 minutes gone already,
30
right?
minutes. So,
wow.
So we talk about the features of benefit of this product, the 3 main.
3 main ones, yeah?
Yeah, key benefits of this product: speed cut, cool cut, and long life of this product.
So fast, long life.
Fast, long life, and cool cut.
Yeah.
Which give a better quality of parts. You see on the application that you did right now.
No burn.
No burn.
Better scratch pattern. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And considering that you are working with a very coarse grit, you get a very good finishing.
Yes.
So overall, the process becomes faster. That is a key benefit for the operator. You work more part for each disc or belts. That is helping a lot the operation at the end. And what about the comfort, Paul?
Like I said to you before, comfort is absolutely key for me, especially when doing something like beveling or weld removal. It's not pulling me in a direction. It's not trying to tear, particularly with an angle grinder. It's not trying to tear the machine out of my hand and wander off down the workshop. It's so much more comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the same for belts.
Indeed.
And so, in total, we will get increased efficiency of the process, reducing waste. We talk a lot about reducing rejection or the number of parts, not the number of parts, but the number of belts and this that you use for the same work, and reduce the process cost. That is really, really a key benefit.
Everybody wants to reduce costs, especially at the moment, even me with my mortgage. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so very nice summary there, Lisa. Yeah. And I think looking at the time, we are ready to go into our Q&A session. So I'm going to hand over now to Martin, who's controlling the questions we have from you guys. And I hope there are plenty. Martin,
thank you very much, Paul. I just want to say, just on my part, that was really well done. I think you really demonstrated the benefits of RazorStar.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Really well. So just before I get on to the questions that we've received, if you are watching live now, you've still got a chance to get your questions in if you're really, really quick. You can do that on LinkedIn, YouTube, or if you're watching on our website, use X and just use hashtag RazorStarLive. Okay, so
thanks for that, Martin. Okay, so questions. Do we have any?
Yeah, of course we've got questions.
Oof.
We got loads. So I think you may well have answered a couple of these already, but maybe people kind of missed parts of the stream. Maybe they joined a little bit late. So if we can cover them anyway.
Sure.
The first one is, what materials can RazorStar be used on?
You want to take that, Lisa?
Yeah, metals in general, I would say, but specifically you can use on carbon steel, stainless steel. Don't forget about alloys or metals sensitive to heat generation, so also Inconel, nickel alloys, everything.
Yeah, castings, aluminium. It's
exactly.
Really, really, really versatile. So whatever you're using, you can use. If you want to remove stock quickly, it's the product for you. Yeah.
Put the product in action and see.
Exactly. Okay. Any nice question? Any others, Martin?
Yes, certainly. So we've got another one here. When can we expect more grits? I guess different size grits is the question.
Yeah, we do currently only have 36 grit available. 60 grit is coming. Probably it will be at the end of this year. So we are coming with finer grit. So yeah, it will be available soon.
Yes.
Yeah, but as I showed earlier, by the way, for belts it's a little bit more difficult, but on the fibre discs, we really don't need a finer grit because our Vortex surface conditioning disc can pick up where a conventional or normal 60 grit can be used. So again, it's not about, it's reducing your process, okay? So getting the job done quicker in less steps. That's what we get with the combination of our RazorStar and our Rapid Prep powered by Vortex, okay?
So just on that, from the same person actually, it was a comment just to say it's lovely to see a product that can be used on inox and carbon steel, whereas a lot of other kind of companies, you need to change discs. So
it's a good point actually. Yeah. So commonly there's two different types of fibres out there in the market. There's one with a top size and one without a top size. The fibre disc without a top size can only be really be used on carbon steel. That's due to the fact you will create thermal damage or you'll heat the component up, and then you need the top size product to go on stainless steel because obviously it's more heat sensitive. But our RazorStar already has the top size coating on there. It works really well on carbon steel and also on stainless, superb, and you get no burn from that too. So yeah, one product instead of two, very handy. Yeah, good question.
Lisa, we've got one for you this time. Let me just have a quick look at the question. So, will the belts come in other sizes?
Yes, we have jumbo material in stock, so we can produce all the size of belts that you need. Just ask.
Give us the width, give us the length. We can make it, no problem at all.
No problem, absolutely.
Okay, so we have got another couple. Paul, you may well have just answered this in the questions, but I was too busy reading the questions.
So I know you can't do more than one thing at once, Martin. Don't worry about it.
Thanks. What sizes are the discs available in?
Yes, I mean, it's even though we did go over it before, but it's good to cover it. We have them currently in 115, 125 and 180 millimeters. We know there are a few other sizes out there in the market, such as 100 millimeters or 4-inch or 150 millimeters as well. But they will come a little bit later, probably after the summer for those. But that requirement in the market is very low. The main sizes sizes we are covering. 115, 125 and 180 millimeters are all available in stock. But good to remind everybody. Thank you.
We got a couple more, if that's all right.
That's absolutely fine. We've got another few minutes before our 10-minute Q&A is up.
Okay, so it's a question on the backup pads. How are the Norton backup pads different to the black Norton ones? And what is the added benefit that they give to RazorStar fiber discs?
First of all,
don't just say the colour, Paul.
Good question.
No, I want to say the colour.
Don't just say the colour.
No, it's up to you. Fibre is yours.
Oh, thanks very much. No, for me, first of all, they do look good. I'm going to mention the colour. I don't care, Martin. I think the yellow looks really nice. And certainly, if you've ever worked in a welding shop, it's hard to find these things when they're black and they're hidden on the bench under all sorts of stuff. So you're not going to miss this. No way. But secondly, they are harder. Okay, so it's slightly different shape on here, again, to enhance the contact area between the fibre disc and the component you're grinding. Our black pads do have the ribs on there as well, so that's very similar. But these are also harder. The material is harder, so again, to increase the aggressivity of the application, again, we need to put the power into the abrasive grain to help it sharpen and fracture. And I think I've covered it, to be honest with you. That's everything, yeah. So angle, hardness of the pad. Yeah. It also, with that hardness, that was the last point I was trying to think of. It also increases the lifetime of these, so they last a lot longer, so they don't wear down as the black pads would have done previously.
So it's not only because we love yellow color.
Not only yellow.
There are some benefits on this backup pad compared to the Norton.
Yeah, really nice pad.
One.
Yeah, it's a really good pad. Yeah.
Well, actually, while you're talking about the hardness of the backup pad, we got one fairly similar. But for you, Lisa, what is the optimum hardness for the contact wheel on the belt machine?
Ooh, that's a good question.
We didn't talk about it.
No.
You should use on hard contact wheel as hard as you can. We can recommend to use on 80, 90 sure if possible. Also, still plain.
A smooth steel wheel, which is the hardest one available.
Otherwise, we advise to use a serrated contact wheel, so you will.
You mean the wheels with serrations in there?
Yes, so you will improve the action of the belts during the application.
So something a 1-to-1. So 90 sure, great. A 1-to-1 land to groove ratio, or maybe even a 1-to-2 land to groove ratio. Again, it's a similar kind of thing, as you say, on the backup pads. The reason we have the ribs here is to increase the aggressivity of the product. Same applies to a contact wheel, so the harder, the better. Good question, though. Yeah, thank you for that one.
Okay, so again, sort of similar on similar sort of topic. With the fibre discs, what's the optimum machine power?
Yeah, well, we've done a lot of field testing with our RazorStar Fibre, and to be honest, it's really versatile. I've got really good successes on low power machines down at 700 watts, which seems crazy for an engineered, shaped ceramic grain to be using on such a low power machine. But again, due to the sharpness of our grain, they work. They simply just keep cutting. Okay, but ideally, we want to be looking at a more high power machine. Same applies for belts, right? Same. So in your backstand machine, you want something 12 kilowatts or more. And the same applies to the grinders, okay? So in its optimum, I would say around about 1.5, 1.7 kilowatts is the sweet spot for RazorStar Fibre to get your optimal benefit from the product. But good question again.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul, we just got the one last question, and it's from your mum this time.
Oh, hi, Mum.
What do you want for your birthday dinner?
Well, my birthday was actually yesterday, and I had a very nice Thai meal, which was nice. I even invited Lisa over to my house for that.
We had very nice time and a beautiful, very tasteful cake.
But tonight,
I cannot forget about.
The cake was fabulous. So to be honest with you, I can't think about dinner for tonight, so I'm full. But yes, Mum, we'll sort it out later. Takeaway, easy. But thanks for that one, Martin. Okay, so I think we've come to our sort of end of our 40 minutes. That's 10 minutes Q&A. And again, apologies for the delay at the start. Yeah. This is live, and it's not always easy, but I think we've made it look very easy today, Lisa. What do you think?
Yeah, not so easy, but at the end, we are here. So.
Yeah, we are here. But I just want to say a few quick thank yous. First of all, to Lisa for coming all the way from Italy to to be with us here in the UK. It's really appreciated to have you here today. It's been my absolute pleasure.
It was a pleasure also for me to be here with you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you to Martin.
Thank you to Martin on production, who's done a sterling effort, and I hope you've all enjoyed our special edition RazorStar live stream. So yeah, we'll wrap it up there, guys. Thank you very much for attending. Thank you very much for the great questions at the end, and I hope you all have a great Friday. We'll see you next time on Norton Live.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.